Hey Bella Babes, happy Black Friday. I'm starting this weekly vlog Wednesday on Black Friday, having my business Rose and Quartz, and I have sold so much with my sale right now and it has meant the world to me. Like, I can't tell you how happy it has made me to see how much you guys have loved and appreciated the sale. It's made me so happy. So I thought I would show you guys the crystals going to new homes so far, just to kind of start the vlog off. I just got back from Starbucks. The line was so freaking long, but I was really craving a nice coffee. I have so much to talk to you guys about. I'm so excited. Like a new little project situation, and yeah, a lot to discuss with you guys in today's weekly vlog Wednesday, dealing with my health. So yeah, but first of all, just really fast to get it out of the way, let me show you the crystals that are going to new homes. Terrible lighting, I know, but I just took these off of my inventory shelf. I don't know if this will help any. That's just creating bad shadow. Well, let's see, this may. But yeah, these ones are the ones going to new homes so far. Have 2 fire aura quartz, spirit quartz, ametrine palm stone, and aura quartz wands, a garden quartz tower, and 2 more towers down here, plus a pendant as well that's not out. But these are just some so far beautiful babies going to new homes. But yeah, I'm so glad that those are going to good new homes, and tonight I'm going to be shopping for more stock for my shop because I'm definitely running low now that I've been doing the Black Friday sale. So I can't wait to do that. I love shopping for stock for my store. It's so special to me. I just love everything about owning a business. But yeah, that's just a little bit for now, but I have, like I said, a lot for this vlog, like a lot to discuss with you guys about my health, and gonna get real, I guess you could say, and then some other really cool news about a project. But for now, I'm just going to relax, take it easy, because soon will be time to get new stock and shop for my store. So yeah, just wanted to check in. Hey guys, it is actually Monday. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe it's already Monday. Sorry, I'm turning down the music so I don't get copyrighted. But anyway, like I said, and it's snowing. Ew, I hate snow. But I'm going now to the post office and to go to Starbucks because I need something warm. Some nice warm coffee for this cold weather, and I have a cold. It's either cold or a side effect from one of my medicines that I just started taking, which I'll tell you about soon. But I'm going to go to Starbucks and enjoy shipping off my orders from my Black Friday and Small Business Saturday sales. Oh my gosh, you guys were so freaking amazing on Black Friday and Small Business Saturday. I thank you guys so much if you purchase from me. It means so much. And today's actually Monday, Cyber Monday. So we'll see how it goes. People may already be all bought out by now. I'm running really low on my crystal stock, but I have the biggest amount of crystals ever coming in this week for my store, like the biggest shipment I've ever gotten. But yeah, I'm so excited. I also want to show you guys this. If you can see through here, I have my new Docs on. Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed with them. Do you see my Doc Martens, my boots? These are my first pair of actual boots. Of course, if you didn't watch my last vlog, I highly suggest you check it out, talking about the best shoes for people with chronic illness such as fibromyalgia. So I've worn those sandals all freaking summer and all up until now, and I just broke these out and I'm obsessed with them. Like, I love these boots. I think they're adorable. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and go. So I'm gonna put this up, begin driving, and I'll see you in a second. All right guys, so I have my Starbucks. I've been drinking on it. I had to go inside because the line was way too long, but now I'm here at Walmart to go look for my mama shirt for Christmas. There's quite a few she said she's liked, so I really want to go look. Let's talk about grief for a second, because on this portion of the weekly vlog, I really do just want to sit down and talk about grief. If I do sound weird or you hear me sniffling, I do want to mention that I do have a cold. It's either that or a reaction to one of my brand new medicines, which I'll get into when we talk about health. But as of right now, I just want to briefly talk about this because, and I have been meaning to talk about it for a couple of days. It's actually Monday now, but I've been so busy I haven't really been able to film. But the other day when I was driving in my car going to I think I was just like going to get a drink or whatever from like McDonald's. But anyway, I was driving in my car, and on the radio, for some reason on the radio station I've been listening to, they've been playing like music from Greece for a long time now, like pretty often. And Greece is on my top movies that I've seen the most throughout my whole entire life, right? It's just a favorite because of my mom and my grandma. I mean, I was shown this movie countless times as a child and wanted to watch the movie myself countless times as a child. I have the movie, huge part of my life growing up, because it was my grandma's favorite movie, well, along with Titanic, and it was like one of my mom's favorite, and you get the point. Well, growing up, I love all the music from Grease, obviously, and one of my absolute favorites, and I get emotional on all the Grease songs when they play on the radio, but I don't know, I would probably say if it's my favorite or close to my favorite, the very opening song by Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons, which I love Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons anyway, I love old music, but it's just the song Grease. It's what plays in the opening credits, and I freaking love the opening credits and that song. And if you haven't listened to it and you don't know what I'm talking about, just look up Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons Grease.
This is the main brain, Vince Fontaine, beginning your day with the only way. Music, music, music. Get out of bed, it's the first.
And it was playing in the car, and I just started to cry, and it is not it's not a non-normal thing for me to cry randomly at music while I'm in the car that just randomly comes on the radio, for a lot of times for no dang good reason. But for this one, I started crying, but I wasn't upset. I love that song and I was singing it, but I just felt like so nostalgic, yet also I was very in tune with the thoughts of my grandma, who passed away in 2017. I don't even like saying passed away. I hate saying died, for that matter. I just like to say went to heaven in 2017, because, you know, anyway. And I have a whole entire video up about that. I put a video up on the day she actually went to heaven, the 3-year anniversary of it here. I can link that above for you to kind of understand if you want to see. But my grandmother was / is the second most important person in my life. Well, now I'm married and have my husband, but it was always my mom and my grandma growing up. And anyway, I lost the second most important person in my life when I was, I think, 19. I think I was 19 in 2017. I hadn't hit 20 yet. And yeah, I was 19 because I got engaged right after, a couple months after. But yeah, I lost my grandma when I was 19, and the way, and this is where it comes in with grief, the way I felt then about the whole situation to how I feel now is just so weird. And if you, I know I've already talked a little bit into it already, but if you don't want to listen to this about loss, then by all means skip ahead, because I probably wouldn't want to listen to it either, to be quite frank. Depending, I wouldn't want to listen to it either. So if you want to skip this part, go ahead. I totally understand. But the way I felt then, it was like when she died, I didn't want to remember anything about her, about life, with like growing up with her. Like, I just didn't want to think about that stuff. I just didn't want to remember. I didn't want to go places that made me think of her. I didn't want to hear things that made me think of her. I didn't want to see things. I didn't want to be in a place. I didn't want to wear clothes that I wore. First of all, the day she died, I remember it. A pair of white skinny jeans and a blue shirt with flowers on it. It was off the shoulder. Yeah, and I didn't want to wear it, and even to this day though, I would not wear that. I can't even fit into that stuff now, but I wouldn't wear it. But that's how I felt. I was cold towards it all, and I didn't want to just reminisce. I didn't want to think. It was really, really bad. Like, that's how I felt. I'm not saying how I felt was bad at all, because people handle everything differently. I just couldn't handle it because I was so tore up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was so bad, you know? I just didn't want to think about it. And now it's 2020, and as the years have progressed, the grief process is just so freaking weird. You don't ever get over it, but you just learn how to cope, and like, that is the truth. And different people heal, you know, differently. But in 2020 now, I love to remember her. I love to think things. Sorry, I don't want to cry. What the heck? I like to remember things having to deal with her. I like to like bring her up sometimes. I loved listening to the song Grease, and the other song, like You're the One That I Want, that one plays a lot. And Summer Nights I think plays a lot too. Anyway, those songs, I like to listen to them. I love to remember and to think about it, and not her dying, but I can't, no. But I love to remember now and think about and hear this and hear that and reminisce. It makes me feel happy and it makes me feel good, because at this point in the grief process, I am at the point where I just know she's with me, and I have her watching over me, and she's here with me all the time, you know, and that's comforting. Now, in 2017 I would have never felt that way, you know, like it just wouldn't be that way whatsoever, but now I feel that way 100%. And although I hate it, and there's a lot of things I'm starting to forget, unfortunately, that I don't want to forget, but time makes you, I guess, forget, such as I remember her voice to an extent, but I have to force myself to remember, you know. It's just, there's some things I forget because it feels like it's been a world away, but it's actually been, is it going on 4 years now? Has it been 4 years? It's going on 4 years. You know, and her birthday was just, you know, this past November 14th, and I'm just getting like, and she would have been 80. But yeah, the grief process is weird. I really wanted to sit down and just say that, and to also say, if you've lost somebody recently, or at any point in time, first of all, don't feel guilty at the stage of grief that you're in. Don't feel guilty, because everyone is in different stages at any point in time, and whatever is going on with you is okay, and it truly will get better in time. It'll never go away. It just won't, but you'll be able to cope with it different, and that is for sure. So I really wanted to talk about this right now, just to give light to those of you who may be really struggling with this right now, especially in the holiday seasons, because for me, I'm at that point where sometimes I like to remember back. For instance, my mom can never tell her what she was getting me for Christmas because she would spoil it. One Christmas morning, she said, "Oh, did you open your new TV yet?" I hadn't even opened presents yet, you know. So like, I can look back at that stuff and laugh. And you know, I also want to give one hint of advice. I've been talking for 8 minutes and 50 seconds, so I'm going to hurry this up on this grief portion. But you know, this is just a hint of advice for all you young folk out there who may be embarrassed by things your grandparents say, and this also correlates with the grief thing. So you may not believe this, but fun fact, in high school I was on the homecoming court. So you know how you have homecoming queen and all that? So there's homecoming queen in the court, so you have homecoming attendance. And where I'm from, in a small town in Tennessee, for like football game, homecoming, it was a big deal, y'all. This is a whole big thing. You know, you get the gown and the crown, you get what was that, anointed, what is it called, coronation? I wouldn't call it a coronation, but you know, you get appointed, you know, your crown and the flowers and the sash, and then you get to be in a parade, like in a Mustang, like, or a fancy car, and then a parade, and you have the ceremony, and at the pep rally you put on this performance, and like, it's just a really big deal, right? So I was on homecoming court, and I was not queen. Only seniors could be queen. This was my sophomore year, and I was just one of those, I have a strong personality. My grandma has a strong personality. We would often butt heads, and that's okay. But one thing that was like really adamant, that always got on my nerves, is she was just proud of me, right? So she'd brag all the time to like anybody and everybody, but she wouldn't say like, oh, she was on the homecoming court, she was a homecoming attendant, like the real word is. She would always call me a homecoming princess. And I don't know why, but that embarrassed the living daylights out of me anytime she would tell anybody. And I'm sorry if you think I was rude to be embarrassed and to like be like, stop calling me that. But you know what, you're right, I was very freaking rude. I should have never been that way. But it was like, every time it just annoyed me like through the roof that she was calling me a homecoming princess when it was a homecoming attendant. But truly, when you think about it, if you're not the queen and you're like in the younger grades, could be called the princess, you know, whatever. What's it matter? People understood. I just like, essentially was rude. And I'm just saying, it may not be this specific situation with you guys, but if you are younger and you kind of feel embarrassed by maybe how your grandparent talks, or an older aunt or an uncle, family member, whatever, or says something, just go along with it. Like, don't give them grief, and just appreciate that they're proud of you, you know. And I regret that, and I feel terrible about that to this day. But yeah, that is, I guess, all I kind of wanted to say on grief. So I'm gonna shut up and I'm gonna go now, and I'll see you in the next portion to talk a little bit about health or whatever, I don't know. Anyway, hey guys, so it is now Tuesday, and I didn't want to come here and film in this area again, since I just basically, well, you just basically saw me filming in this area talking about grief. But the area that I wanted to film in is occupied right now, so I only have the choice to film here right now for good lighting. But I was going to go ahead and talk a little about my health and my problems, because I'm trying to open up more about it to you guys and fill you guys in more about my problems and what they are exactly, as in my main problems. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I want to help someone out there. My problem that I have, my health condition, is not widely known. It's not something that you would have heard of before, probably, unless you have the problem or know someone who is experiencing it. And a lot of doctors even don't know a whole lot about it. It's hard to get help for it, and insurance doesn't even want to cover some procedures that can be very critical to women who have the problems that I have. So it's something that I definitely feel like should be talked about. And if I have to go through this, I've said this even in a book interview I did one time, I say this all the time, if I'm gonna go through this, I'm going to help someone else. Like, I'm not just gonna go through this for, you know, for nothing. And I also want to document my progress, if any, because I've been battling this for 5 years with no help. But I haven't went in a lot of detail about my actual condition. I do have other conditions that I will talk about, and I've talked about a lot. I'm sure you guys have heard me talk a lot about how I have fibromyalgia, which I do. I have fibromyalgia. I have chronic Epstein-Barr virus. Epstein-Barr virus is mono, but it is chronic, so it doesn't go away. These different levels in your body stay elevated, and they don't ever go down. So whereas when you have mono, it's highly contagious. That is one level. That level is not the one, it's the other one that is non-contagious. Because when you do have mono, once you get it, it stays in your system forever. But it normally doesn't reactivate unless you're under stress or whatever. But then there's also like the unlucky people that have it. But yeah, I have that. I've got fibromyalgia, like I said, and I have that. But that is not the main problem that I suffer from and that I get the most pain out of. That's not the main thing. The main thing that I do have, which I'm still not ready to talk about completely, to be completely honest, like in depth, but I will open up a little bit. It does have to do with my female area and parts. It's not something though that you would have widely heard of, such as like endometriosis or PCOS, which is polycystic ovarian syndrome. It's not like something that is widely known of like that. I actually may have endometriosis, but that will be on top of still what I have. Also, important aside, I also have interstitial cystitis, or IC, that deals with the bladder and is commonly goes hand in hand with other conditions like fibromyalgia and chronic Epstein-Barr and all that. A lot of them can be linked with each other, but what I have in particularly is with the female area down there, yeah, I don't know, I don't know, but yeah, that's what it has to do with. And basically, essentially what it is they don't know exactly what is causing it. For many women, the names that is given to my condition are pain syndrome names, because it's really hard sometimes to identify what actually is causing the problem that we face. Essentially, the only thing I'll kind of like get into at this moment that I feel comfortable just talking about. And by the way, I'm all about talking about taboo topics, so it's not that, it's just my mental state and how I am is if I can like withstand talking about it for so long. And I definitely want to work up opening up completely about this stuff, because like I said, I really want to help people, and I know that not everyone deals with this problem, but with whatever you're dealing with, hopefully I can, you know, it'll just feel better to know that someone else is going through something too, you know. It helps me. But anyway, I definitely want to be an advocate for this condition and problem, because not many people know about it, or you know, there's issues with it. But essentially it just means that I have uncontrollable pain and problems with myself down there, like uncontrollable, excruciating pain that's debilitating and quite frankly hard to live with. Imagine like the worst urinary tract infection on top of the worst yeast infection mixed with a bajillion other different things all in one, 24/7 every day of your life. That's kind of what I go through. And that's not even getting into a lot of detail. But anyway, I've tried many different medicines and injections, and I've even went and had one exploratory surgery done and another like procedure done recently that didn't help. And I've been fighting with this ever since my adult life, ever since I was 18, just graduated from high school. So it's a lot, and I'm on my second specialist now, but I'm actually about to go see a really highly acclaimed specialist out of Vanderbilt, because I'm from Tennessee. Vanderbilt that's like the best here in this area, that is. And I'm actually going to see this new one on Friday, and today is Tuesday, so I will fill y'all in on all of that. I want to say I have high hopes, but I've learned to never have high hopes with this situation. But the first specialist got me nowhere. This specialist I've been with the longest, she's gotten me really nowhere, and I don't know that I even trust her at this point, because since I have recently, over this year, I joined a support group that has helped so much, because these people, since this is not a really common thing, these people who go through it, it's good, it's really helpful to see me know that other people are going through it. Because when I first found out that I had this problem, obviously, number one, I've never heard of it. None of my mom never heard of it. My now husband never heard of it. And so it just made me feel like I was the only one, and especially the only young person who had it. But yet now in the support group, I'm seeing so many different age women, including people way younger than what I was, which just breaks my heart. But and then they talk about treatments that I've not done yet, or you know, whatever. It does suck though, because I am a special case. My pain is a little bit higher. It's a little bit more expanded than the average woman's pain is down there. And I've tried a lot of the common medicines and like little procedure things that they use for this condition that help a lot of people that have not helped me. But I have high hopes. I'm gonna go ahead and insert an overlay right here to show you my brand new medicine I got, that I just started, that I'm excited about. Like, imagine getting super excited about getting to get new medicine. So this right here is an estrogen cream. A lot of women in the menopausal stages can use this. It helps a lot of the treatments you try to use to help this problem, which by the way, there is no cure like for my problem out there. There's no one and done. Sorry guys, my battery died. Love that. Anyway, what I was saying, yeah, a lot of these like medicines and things that you can do are ones that women take during menopause and everything. And anyway, I have this estrogen cream. If you've ever had a yeast infection and used Monistat, same situation with this. You insert it the same way and put the cream and stuff the same way. It's something that I take or have started to take every night. And if you have, remember back earlier in this weekly vlog when I said that this cold that I have could be a side effect of the medicine, believe it or not, cold symptoms are the side effect of the medicine. So either I have a cold or it's because of this cream. I don't know yet, but a lot of actual really negative side effects can come with it, which really sucks. But I've started this cream, and like I said, I am hoping that it'll help some. I've tried this estrogen cream. I don't know if it's this exact one, but back 5 years ago when I first had this condition, and it didn't help. But at this point I have to also kind of revisit some things I've tried before. But also at this point, because the normal regular pill medications and creams have not helped me, it's time to like up the gun with more procedural type things, because you know, we've done the little guns, but now it's time for the big guns, especially after 5 freaking years. Another reason why I feel like I'm very hesitant to even open up about my condition and talk about it a lot is the fact that people just don't understand, and I'm so afraid of someone saying something rude or like where they don't understand, and because it feels like the biggest slap in the face. I'm just gonna be completely honest, and I know it's not everyone's fault that they don't understand, but it just sucks. Like, I don't want anyone to ever go through the pain that I do and the other women who suffer through this do. But it's like, I just wish for a second you could go into like a simulator, feel what we feel, and then like have it stop, so you obviously don't get the problem, but just to know. It's kind of been why none of my family knows what's wrong with me, really. The only people who are there for me and really support me with my condition are my mom and my husband. I don't even open up to friends about it. Sometimes I'll say something here or there, but I just know no one understands, and it's fine. And I'm sure, and I'm not just saying it's like that for my condition and my condition only. I'm sure so many chronic illness people out there that have these problems, they don't have people who understand, and it's really not their fault. They don't understand because they're not going through it. But I don't think I could ever explain what I go through or what these other women go through enough to have someone understand. But it has completely changed my life since I was 18 years old. It is debilitating. Along with my other problems, it is really hard to get around some days. There's days recently where I've been in so much pain that I'll just scream and cry out to God on the floor. I can't move. I can't sit or stand because I can't get comfortable. Warm baths. I remember this one day specifically, like I was screaming and crying sitting on the toilet, just sitting after peeing, and then I got straight in the bath. It didn't help. I tried to walk. I've lived with ice packs in my underwear for days and days and days and days, and at times, and I don't know, it's just really bad. But anyway, like I said, I think this is a start with me opening up about my problems, because I definitely want to. I want other people to know that there's someone there that knows what they're going through, even if it's not the same condition. And I want to also monitor my progress, because I'm doing a lot of new things with doctors and medicines, and I really also want this to look back on to see about progress and all of that kind of thing as well. So I hope that I can help someone out there with, you know, my issues and what I have to say. And I do have a lot dealing with my problem coming up very soon. Like I said, I go to this brand new specialist who's supposed to be top-notch this Friday, and I will tell you guys everything. I will get into my story and like into detail about this problem at some point, but that'll just have to come. But I am just updating y'all right now and giving you that little bit of a sneak peek, and knowing that there's gonna be tons about this in the future, and I'm just, yeah, I don't know. Okay, well, I think that's all I wanted to say right now. I think we'll see. Also, look what I got in. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Look. I have not started reading it yet, but it looks really cool. I read like this little flap right here and looked at the pictures, but that's it. I am so excited though. The cover feels really cool. It's like velvety almost. I don't know. I'm excited. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and end the weekly vlog here. I have been staying up. It's late. Let me just say this. It's late reading the book that of course I just showed you guys, and I love it. It's so good. Like, truly so good. The stories in it, obviously true, are very interesting, and I don't know, like probably on page 150. I don't know. Anyway, I'm a fast reader, and once I put a book or start reading a book, I cannot ever put it down, but I'm forcing myself. I need to go get this edited and ready for you guys for it to go up tomorrow. But I want to say thank you to my patrons as always: Jeremy, Maddie, Davis, Mercy, Janae, Casey, Mel, Natalie, Vicky, Steven, and Nicole. Thank you guys so much for being a patron. If you want to be a patron, the link will be in the description box down below. And other than that, please make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. We're almost at 10,000 subscribers, and I can't can't wait to hit that mark. You can do that by hitting my face right up there, and you can watch another of my videos by clicking right down there. It would truly mean the world to me if you would come join the family. And other than that, I hope you have a great day or night or whenever you may be watching this, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.